So the weekend has passed and we still don't have a real complete list of the gas stations that got diesel instead of regular last week, causing some real car trouble for a lot of drivers across the Front Range. Thanks so much for joining us at 4, everyone. I'm Phil Lipoff.
I'm Kim Christensen. Steve on your side has been working all weekend long trying to put together our own list. We're at 27 right now, but that's just where we know there have been problems. 9 News consumer investigator Steve Steger and consumer producer Anna Houston have been working the phones. I see you on the phone all the time, Steve, trying to reach out to these stations and get confirmation. And what is so weird is you're doing this work to handle claims with the gas stations themselves, not the big company that caused the problem.
Yeah, and I should say it's up to 35 now, just turned into 35 because within the last hour, we learned about 4 new Safeway locations in Colorado, 1 Safeway location in Wyoming, and 5 new Circle K locations in Colorado. Add those to the others that we've confirmed, we are up to 35 gas stations with contaminated gas in Colorado. We've been working to get you a list so that you know if the station where you filled up is part of this and you can make a claim to get money back if you had to make a repair or pay for other costs. So you don't have to fight a battle like Abby was about to.
It's not fun. It's been pretty smelly few days.
Her Tucson's still smoking after a nearly $500 fuel flush.
He told me that it might smoke for a little bit because there is still residue in the engine.
Abby Moose isn't sure she'll get the $500 back for something that wasn't her fault.
If my insurance doesn't cover it, I'm probably going to have to keep tracking down Sinclair.
She filled up her car at this Sinclair branded gas station near Wadsworth in Florida in Lakewood last week.
Go to start my car and it's stuttering. There's gas coming out the back exhaust.
Then she needed a tow. At first, Abby thought her older car was finally kicking the bucket. Then she saw our story about a mix-up at the HF Sinclair terminal in Adams County that sent diesel out in shipments of regular gas. So she went back to the gas station.
They basically told me that it was probably my fault. He told me that they hadn't filled up on gas since that Monday, which I didn't really make sense considering I had got gas on Thursday and this was happening Wednesday to Thursday.
In other words, Abby got a bit of a runaround. That is, until state investigators confirmed to Steve on Your Side Monday that this station did get a bad shipment of gas the day before Abby filled up. And the head of the state's petroleum division told us they told the gas station owner to honor the claims from customers like Abby. We added this station to our list. We've been calling stations and confirming consumers' complaints on our own, as retailers like Costco and Sinclair haven't released any public list of locations impacted.
I'm super grateful for you guys for doing your due diligence and looking into this for us, but I do think that this would be the responsibility of the state or Sinclair for sending out the bad gas.
So here's the map of locations that we've tracked, and we actually just added to it. It's more updated here than it was in that story because of those new stations we learned about, including the one you scroll in all the way up there. You might be able to see it. Oh, it's actually not on this map, but it's on an updated version of the map. If you hit refresh, Josue, you might be able to you get the newer version of it. Ah, there it is. Cheyenne, Wyoming was just added to that list, a Safeway station there. Safeway tells us they haven't had a ton of complaints, but they still want to let people know that this happened. They say they got that shipment on January 8th. HF Sinclair, which caused this whole mess, says that anyone impacted should contact their gas station to file a claim. And the state told us today that they're focusing on investigating some of the smaller providers like that station in Lakewood to try to encourage them to pay the claims to drivers who have damage. They said, or they told us that they're working on a list of impacted gas stations that they've looked at. Hopefully we'll have that by end of day today. They say every site where they found contaminated fuel has been taken off sale or pumped out and replaced. If you're a victim, we want to hear from you. Steve on your side at 9news.com. I'm Steve Steger. Steve on your side, 9 News.
Steve, is there a reason they're giving for telling people to go to their individual gas station?
There's not.
I don't understand that.
They have not stated a reason publicly, but we can assume that this is unprecedented, right? They're not used to dealing with a situation like this. But they are more used to dealing with situations at individual gas stations, which might switch something. You might get diesel in your car instead of a regular at a gas station once. So those gas stations probably already have the claims process kind of. They can flip a switch and turn it on and know where to go. The assumption here is that Sinclair will likely subrogate to those gas station owners for any claims that they get in the case like this. If you don't know what subrogate means, because it's an insurance term, it means they'll go back and make the gas stations whole for any claims that they have to pay, since this was HF Sinclair's mistake at the time.
Steve, you're doing the people's work. I'm not kidding. My next door is blowing up about this, and they all talk about it. 9 News released it. We got more, so thank you.
Yeah, we're trying, and we just want a list. We want some transparency in all this because you don't want to end up like Abby, right? You don't want to go in and say like, hey, my car had trouble. No problems here.
I think it's your old car.
You want to know where you got the gas and where you can go back and track.
I'm sure a lot of people feel like her, like, thank you for doing this. It's what you do for a living, and it's important for the viewers, but like, why should it rest on you?
We need some other companies to give us the list.
Yeah.
We just want to know.
All right, Steve, thanks.